Good morning, my dear students. I hope you are fine. Today, we will complete the explanation of the first lesson in our fourth quarter, which is gravity and motion. Gravity and motion. Okay, guys? In the previous session, we talked about what is the gravity and types of force, and we said that we have two types of force. The first type is contact force. Contact force. And the second type is non-contact force. Non-contact force. Okay? And we explain the difference between the two types. Contact force means the surface or the object in case of touching each other, like friction force, like force of inertia. And non-contact force, there is no touching between the surfaces of the object, like gravity. Like what? Gravity. Okay? And we say that gravity force is one of the most wonderful forces in our universe. And we ask ourselves a question. When we jump in the air, we fly off in the space, or we will land on our feet. Again, when we jump in the air, we will fly on the space, or we will land on our feet again. The answer is we will pack. And I said that what goes up must come down. What goes up must come down. And the most common example, the famous one, when the apple falls down from the tree that discovered by the greatest scientist Isaac Newton, the discoverer of the gravity. The apple fly off in the space, or land, or falls down on the earth. The answer, the apple falls down on the earth. Okay? Today, I want from you to know what is the factor that affects on the gravity. What makes the gravity force increase, and what make gravity force decrease. But you must memorize the law of force. Law of force. Force equal mg. Force equal mg. Okay, guys? M, the first letter of mass. G, first letter of gravity. So we can write the mathematical relation between force, mass, and gravity in this shape. F equal mg. Okay, m first letter of mass, g is the first letter of gravity or acceleration due to gravity, and the value of acceleration due to gravity is 9.8 meter per second square, or this number approximate to 10, so it may be 9.8 or approximately to 10. So we have two values, 9.8 or approximate to 10. These two values are constant. The number of the gravity on the earth, this is the gravity on the earth, okay, on earth, okay, okay, this is the number of the gravity on the earth. What is the factor, or what are the factors effects on gravity? Firstly, in the previous session I said to you example on our solar system. Our solar system includes Sun and the planets, 8 planets, and we say that Sun control the movement of the planets around it. Why? We say Sun is big size than planets, or the mass of the Sun biggest than or bigger than the mass of the planets. So when the object have big mass, will affects by high gravity. So there is a relation between mass and gravity. So we can say that we know all matter have mass, right? So all matter will affect by gravity. It's very easy. Again, all matter has mass, so all matter affected by gravity. The question is, the gravity force increase or decrease by increasing or decreasing the mass? To understand this point, imagine with me the size of the Sun and the size of Earth. You imagine it? Okay, answer the question. Which one of them have high mass? Excellent, Sun. Which one of them control the revolution or the movement of the other? Excellent, Sun. So, which one of them affected by high gravity? Excellent, Sun. So, when the mass of the object increase, the gravitational force or the gravity force increase. Again, when the mass of object increase, the gravity force increase. Okay? The second factor, distance. For example, when you have a magnet, when you have a magnet and pieces of iron nails, magnetic material, as we put the nails close to the magnet, the attraction force of the magnet increase or decrease. And as we put the iron nails very far from the magnet, the attraction force will increase or decrease. You can answer by yourself. Okay? We have two cases. The first one, the iron nails is very far from the magnet. Iron nails, example of magnetic material, which means materials that attracted to the magnet. The second case, we have iron nails, magnetic material, very close to the magnet. Excellent, excellent. The attraction force of the magnet in the second case will be more than that in the first one. Why? Because the distance in the second one is very small or very close. So when the distance between the two objects increase, the gravity decrease. Again, when the distance between two objects increase, the gravity force decrease, and vice versa. When the distance decrease, the gravity increase. Okay? Another example. You can hold anything that near to you, very close to you, but the object far from you, you can't hold it well. So the distance related to the gravity. When the distance increase between two objects, the gravity force decrease, and when the distance between two objects decrease, the gravity force increase. So we study two factors effects on the gravity. Okay, see you next session inshallah. Goodbye.